Welcome all of you to the JS Education Revolution. I am going to present before you a role play which is over the Iron Lady of Pakistan named Muniba Mazari. They see my disability, I see my ability. They called me disabled, I called myself differently able. There are some incidents that happens in your life. Those incidents break you, deform you, but they mold you to the best version of you. And the same thing happened to me. That I am going to share what exactly happened. I was just 18 years old when I got married. I belong to a very conservative family. My father wanted me to get married, and all I said was, if that makes you happy, I will say yes. And of course, it was never a happy marriage. Just about 2 years of getting married, I met a car accident. Somehow my husband fell asleep and the car fell into the ditch. He managed to jump out, saved himself. I am happy for him, but I stayed inside the car and I sustained a lot of injuries. My right arm was fractured, the wrist was fractured, shoulder bone and collarbone were fractured. My whole ribcage got fractured, and because of the ribcage injury, my lungs and livers were badly injured. I couldn't breathe. I lost of urine and bowel control. That's why I had to wear the bag wherever I go. I got admitted for the 2.5 months. I underwent multiple surgeries. Those 2.5 months in the hospital were dreadful. One day doctor came to me and he said, well, I heard that you wanted to be an artist, but you ended up being a housewife. I have a bad news for you. You won't be able to paint again because your wrist and the arm are so deformed. You won't be able to hold the pen again. Next day, doctor came to me and said, your spine injury is so bad, you won't be able to walk again. I took a deep breath and I said, it's alright. Next day, doctor again came to me and said, because of your spine injury and fixation that you have in your back, you won't be able to give the birth to the child again. That day I was devastated. I still remember I started to question my existence. Why am I even alive? My mother answered, don't worry, there would be something that God has chosen for you. I was trying to put the smile on my face all the time. It was hard to hide the pain which was there. One day I asked my brother, I know I have a deformed hand, but I am tired of looking at these white walls in the hospitals and wearing the white scarves. I want to add more colors to my life. I want to do something. Bring me some colors. Bring me some candles. I want to paint. So the very first painting I made was on my deathbed, where I painted for the first time. And then I discharged. I went back home and I realized that I have developed a lot of pressure ulcers on my back and on my hip bone. I was unable to sit. There was a lot of infection in my body and a lot of allergies. So doctor wanted me to lie down on the bed straight for not 6 months, for not 1 year, but for 2 years. I was bedridden, confined in that one room, looking outside the window, listening to the bird chirping and thinking maybe there will be a one day when I will be going outside with the family and enjoying the nature. That was the time when I realized how lucky people are, but they don't consider themselves lucky, or they don't realize that was the time where I decided that the day I'm going to sit, I'm going to share this pain with everyone to make them realize how blessed they are. And they even don't consider themselves lucky. There are always a turning point in our life. After 2 years, I was able to sit on a wheelchair. That was the day when I had a rebirth. The day I decided that I am going to fight my fear. We all have the fear. Fear of unknown, fear of known, fear of losing the people, wealth, etc. So I write down all those fears one by one. And I decided to come out of this fear one at a time. You know what was the biggest fear? That was divorce. I couldn't stand this word. I'm trying to cling on to this person who didn't want me anymore. I decided that this is nothing but my fear. I liberated myself by setting him free. And I made myself emotionally so strong that the day I got the news that he's getting married, I sent him a text and said, I am happy for you and I wish you all the best. And he knew that I pray for him. And my second biggest fear was, I won't be able to be mother again. And that was quite devastating for me. But then I realized there are so many children in the world. There are so many children in the world. All they want is acceptance. So there is no point of crying. Just go and adopt one. And that's what I did. Then I decided to start an NGO for disability awareness and appear more in the public. I anchored many programs and done lot of TV shows. Every time I go in a public, I always smile. It's always a big doodle smile on my face, and people ask me, don't you get tired of smiling all the time? I always say one thing, that I have stopped worrying about the things that I have lost, the people I have lost. Things and the people who are meant to be are with me. And sometimes somebody's absence make you a better person. Crashes their absence, it's always a blessing in disguise. Accept yourself the way you are. Live your life fully. Be kind to yourself. I repeat, be kind to yourself, and then only you can kind to others. Love yourself. Spread the love. Life will be hard. There will be the torments. There will be trials, but that will only make you stronger. When you accept yourself the way you are, the world recognizes you. It's all start within. It all starts within. Thank you very much.